So far, Jessica, Marlon, and I are fine. Didn't have a very good night's sleep last night, but it's hard to know if that was just because of the worry of the diagnosis. I think it's more psychological than physiological, but so far so good. No fever. Just hoping for the best. Yeah, I mean, we had at least one known exposure, other potential exposures. That's why I'd been in quarantine. And like others, I had also been, out to the pharmacy and grocery store doing our Thanksgiving shopping. So there's no way to know for sure. I think there's, it's certainly possible I got it from the likely exposure. But what matters now is in Colorado, 1 out of 41 people are contagious. So it could be anywhere, right? And that's why we need to be careful around everybody. We prefer to think of ours as a bridge. I call the legislature into special session. They start tomorrow. There's been great leadership from our leaders in the legislature to help some of the impacted small businesses, to help childcare, to help renters and landlords. That's what they're stepping up and doing. But whatever we do at the state level, and this is really the case for any state, is just very small in comparison to what we know we need to do nationally. I really urge the federal government to step up for people, for the unemployed, for small businesses like restaurants and gyms. The Democrats and Republicans in Washington really need to work together in this time of need. I hope that they can just agree on what they can agree on. And if they need to do more next year, they can do more next year. But the urgency is very great. In our, many states across the country, for instance, there's just the way that many businesses like restaurants are operating, they simply can't get by. We're trying to provide some help at the state level, but we know we need to do that nationally. First of all, I'm very grateful that our family chose to just have Thanksgiving alone. We didn't expose my parents. I haven't even been able to see my parents in 9 months because they're taking a lot of precautions. They're staying at home. They're only going out on walks, and my mom had to go to the dentist twice. Look, I hope everybody is careful, and I hope that both those who are careful and those who aren't are among the lucky ones. I don't want anybody to contract this deadly virus. Yeah, and football pros, politicians, nobody's an exception. One of my favorite sports commentators, I think on Tuesday, said we ought to put Jared Polis in as quarterback, but unfortunately I contracted it too, so I wasn't available. Well, there's good news. Hope is not only on the way, but imminent. We expect in Colorado, across the country, to have the very first dosages of a highly effective vaccine within 2 weeks. Now, that'll largely go to healthcare workers and others, but early next year, January, February, most of the vulnerable population, seniors, those in nursing homes, et cetera, there should be enough supply to protect them at a very high level.